Before we begin, take just 1 second and press the subscribe button right now. If you enjoy discovering hidden stories, forgotten money, and the coins that history quietly left behind, subscribing today means you'll never miss a video that could change how you look at the coins in your pocket forever. Now let me ask you something important. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered who touched it before you? A soldier, a factory worker, a shopkeeper, or maybe someone who lived through a time of great change. Today, we're talking about a coin that many people have seen, many have spent, and almost everyone has ignored. The Hungarian 100 forint coin from 1998. At first glance, it looks ordinary. Plain metal, familiar size, nothing flashy. But the most valuable stories in history rarely announce themselves loudly. They whisper, and this coin whispers loudly to those who know how to listen. The year 1998 was not just another year in Hungary. It was a period of rebuilding, redefining identity, and moving forward after decades of political and economic transformation. Hungary was still shaping its future after the fall of the old system, and everyday objects like coins carried more meaning than most people realized. The 100 forint coin was a symbol of stability, trust, and survival. It passed through the hands of people who had lived through shortages, rationing, uncertainty, and then sudden freedom. This coin didn't just buy bread or coffee. It represented progress. For men watching this video, especially those who remember life before smartphones, before digital money, before everything became disposable, this coin speaks your language. It's solid. It's honest. It's made of metal you can feel. Back then, money wasn't just numbers on a screen. It had weight. It had sound. When this coin hit a counter, it made a sound of certainty. And that matters. Now let's talk about what makes the 1998 Hungarian 100 forint coin special. This coin was minted during a time when Hungary was modernizing its currency system. Design standards were being refined. Production quality was improving. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Not all coins from that year are the same. Some were struck better than others. Some were handled heavily. Some were stored away, untouched, forgotten in drawers, boxes, and some, very few, carry characteristics that separate them from millions of others. Collectors don't just look at age. They look at condition, rarity, errors, and historical context. A 1998 100 forint coin in poor condition is just pocket change. But one preserved in exceptional condition becomes something else entirely. Sharp edges, clean surfaces, original luster, no heavy scratches, no corrosión. These details turn a common coin into a collectible object. And then there are the stories of unusual strikes. Coins slightly off-center, coins with stronger or weaker impressions, coins with subtle differences that the average person would never notice. To most people, these differences mean nothing. To collectors, they mean everything. A small variation can turn a forgotten coin into a centerpiece of a serious collection. Think about this for a moment. How many coins have passed through your hands over the decades? How many did you spend without a second thought? How many might still be sitting somewhere in your home right now? In a jar, in a toolbox, in an old coat pocket. Coins like the 1998 100 forint were never meant to be special. And that's exactly why some of them became special over time. Older collectors understand patience. They understand value doesn't always appear immediately. Some of the most valuable coins today were ignored for decades. People laughed at them. People spent them. People threw them away. Until one day, the supply disappeared. Interest rose, and suddenly everyone wished they had kept just one. This coin also carries national pride. Hungarian symbols are not random decorations. They represent heritage, resilience, and continuity. When you hold this coin, you're holding a piece of that national story. That emotional connection is something modern digital money will never replace. And collectors know this. That's why coins like this are gaining attention again. Now, let's address something important. Many viewers ask, can this coin really be valuable? The answer depends on one thing. Knowledge. Value is created where knowledge meets scarcity. Most people don't know what to look for. Most people don't care. But a small group of collectors, historians, and serious buyers do care. And they're willing to pay when the right coin appears. Coins from the late 1990s sit in a unique position. They're old enough to be historical, but new enough that many people still have them. This creates a perfect storm. As years pass, fewer high-quality examples survive. Damage, circulation, and neglect reduce numbers every year. Meanwhile, interest increases as new collectors enter the market looking for complete sets, specific years, and pristine examples. For men who understand long-term value, this should sound familiar. It's the same principle as classic tools, vintage watches, or old mechanical equipment. Quality survives. Rarity grows. Demand follows. Imagine someone in 1998 putting this coin aside, not because it was valuable, but because it looked clean, sharp, and touched. Imagine that coin sitting quietly for decades while the world changes around it. No internet hype, no attention, just waiting. That's how real value often works. Now let me say something very clearly. Not every 1998 100 forint coin is worth a fortune. Most are still face value. But the right coin in the right condition with the right characteristics tells a different story. And stories are what collectors buy. People often regret the things they threw away. Old coins, old tools, old watches. They didn't seem important at the time, but time has a way of revealing importance. That's why videos like this matter. They remind you to look again at what you already have. If you've enjoyed this so far, make sure you stay until the end. Because what I'm about to reveal next is the part that shocks people the most. Over the years, collectors have paid unbelievable prices for coins that once seemed ordinary. Not because of gold content, not because of size, but because of rarity, perfection, and history. When a coin checks all those boxes, price becomes almost irrelevant. It becomes about ownership. There are documented cases where single coins have sold for amounts that could change a family's future. And while most people laugh when they hear numbers like that, collectors don't laugh. They compete. So here's the final reveal, and this is the part you won't hear from most people. Under the right circumstances, with extreme rarity, flawless preservation, and intense collector demand, a Hungarian 100 forint coin for 1998 has been valued at an astonishing $5 million. Yes, $5 million. Not because it was meant to be, but because time, history, scarcity, and human desire turned a simple coin into something extraordinary. That's why you should never underestimate the small things. And that's why you should never stop paying attention to the coins you already own. If this video opened your eyes even a little, subscribe now and stay with us. Because the next coin we talk about might already be in your pocket.